First and the foremost, what is a chakra? A chakra is a Sanskrit name. It's like a wheel. Chakra simply means a wheel, energy turbine. Energy turbine. So these chakras are in our etheric body. Okay. Energy body. In our etheric body, there's a lot of energy tubes or nadis which crisscrosses all over our body. So the major energy junctions, we have 7 major energy junctions, which are called 7 major chakras. We have many, many chakras in our body. Chakras are simply energy turbines. Whenever this energy tubes, the nadis, they intersect, they forms a chakra, energy. But there are 7 major energy points, major energy junctions. Our karmas are stored in our etheric body. When we are born, we are born with a pre-plan. A detailed pre-planning happens before we are born. So we choose in the higher worlds before we are born, we choose what kind of karma we need to bring into this particular lifetime. What kind of lessons? Karma simply means learning lessons and settling the accounts. So what kind of lessons to learn and what kind of karmic accounts to settle? Accordingly, we choose a certain amount of karma and plan our lifetime. And these karmas are in our energy system. Right from the baby, while the baby is getting formed in the mother's womb, the shape of the baby, the health of the baby, everything depends upon the karma of that particular lifetime, which the soul has chosen. So, understanding the chakra system, in other words, simply mean understanding yourself, understanding your patterns, understanding your behavioral patterns, understanding your coping strategies. We all have challenges in life. It is through the challenges the soul evolves. Challenges are a must for the soul to evolve. So the soul plans certain kind of challenges to learn certain lessons. So how we cope our challenges in life, how we deal with the challenges, how we respond to the challenges. That determines how healthy your energy system is. If you are dealing with the challenges in a healthy way, means you are not running out of the problems, challenges, and you are not overreacting it. You are not overreacting, and also you are not avoiding. In other words, it is called fight or flight. Excessive fight. Sometimes you want to prove something to others. You put all your energies to prove something to others. Something is not working in your life, but you are hanging on to it. You are going on a fight mode with that particular situation instead of letting go, instead of going with the flow. You are too much into the fight. That means you have an excess chakra, excess energy you've been putting in to that particular situation. Or you are avoiding the problems and you're running away. So that means the energy is very deficient there. So the first and the foremost point to understand, chakras are nothing but major energy centers within our etheric body, energy body, point number one. And these energy centers, their main, how they function is they absorb, assimilate, process, and transmit energy. They absorb the energy, they assimilate, they process, and they transmit. These are the three functions they do. So, how you absorb the energy, how you process it, and how you transmit, that determines the health of the chakra. Okay. If the energy is very low in that chakra, that means you are an escapist. You try to avoid the problems instead of facing the problems. Instead of going through the challenges and experiencing a beautiful lesson, learning the soul lesson, you are simply avoiding it. That means the energy is very low. You are overdoing it because of the lack of spiritual understanding. That means it is in excess. There are majorly 7 chakras. In these 9 days, we will speak only about chakras. And by understanding more and more about chakras, we are understanding more and more about ourselves. And we identify this 9 days program helps you to identify where the problem is, where the problem you are going through. What is the root cause of the problem? In any healing process, holistic healing, permanent healing process, the first step is the identification. Identification takes up a lot of efforts and time and energy. Once you identify the problem, 50% of the problem is already solved. It is in the identification. You need a lot of awareness. You need a lot of focus. You need a lot of introspection. You need a lot of open-mindedness. You need a lot of reflection. You need a lot of acceptance. So identification is the first step. Where I'm going wrong. The root cause, identification. That is the first step. And once you identify the problem, the second step is processing what you are going to do about it, how we are going to handle it, how you are going to work on it. Processing. Yes, there is an issue. You have identified, yes, there is an issue. Your own issue, you have identified. But how you are going to deal with it, how you are going to work on it, how you are going to handle it. Okay, so that is the second, which is processing. The third step is integration. In the third step, yes, you have worked on a certain problem, you know how to handle it. But what is the lesson you have learned from that particular situation? And that lesson is not only for that moment, that lesson should be integrated in your soul. That lesson should be integrated in your being. So that after 5 years or after 10 years, you don't repeat the same mistake. So that is integration. It becomes part of it. It becomes part of you that you have learned that lesson. It becomes your soul quality. Whatever that you have learned becomes your soul quality. So that is called integration. So these are the 3 steps. So if identification is not proper, then you cannot process it properly. Then you cannot integrate it also properly. Some people like to have quick solutions, shortcuts. They have a headache and they want to let go of the headache. That's all. They are not concerned about anything else. I have a headache. Can somebody heal me? I want the headache to go away. That's all. But they don't focus on why the headache has come in the first place and how you handled it and the whole experience you have gone through with that headache, how it has empowered you to be a better person. And when these aspects are integrated, then you are an evolved person. It has empowered you. The most important point to understand is every challenge in your life is there to empower you, to make you a better person. This is the point you have to understand. Every challenge in your life is there to make you a better person. How it makes you a better person is when you identify it, when you process it, when you integrate it totally, then it makes you a better person. So these seven chakras or seven energy centers deals with different aspects of your own self. For example, the first chakra, the Muladhara, it deals with your survival. In the second chakra, Swadhisthana, it deals with your emotions. The third chakra, the Manipuraka, deals with your power and ego. And again, ego is not something bad. Power is not something bad. How you deal with the power, that matters. Power is not bad. How you deal with the power matters. So the third chakra deals with your power and ego. And the fourth chakra, the Anahata, the heart chakra, deals with your relationships. And here the common misunderstanding is the fourth chakra relationships means what relationship you have with your partner. No, what relationship you have with your own self. The fourth chakra deals with relationships. Your relationship with yourself reflects the relationship with others. If you have a healthy relationship with your own self, then naturally you will have a healthy relationship with others. So the fourth chakra deals with relationships. So can you see these are all the aspects of your own self? Fear, emotions, power, ego, relationships. It's all your own aspects. And then the fifth chakra deals with your expression, how you express. Fifth chakra is the throat chakra. How you use your voice, your vocal cords, your throat to express. And you have to understand when you open your mouth, it's not only the sound which comes, your soul speaks through your words. Your words are the expression of your soul. That's why you see sometimes when somebody speak, the impact is very less. But the same subject, when somebody else speaks, the impact is more. Because it is the energy of the soul which is speaking. If a person who speaks out of his own experience, then the intensity is more. If the person just speaks bookish knowledge, then the impact is less. So your voice is the expression of your soul. So how you deal with that particular aspect of expression, how you use your words, are you using your words constructively, are you using your words to empower another person, are you using your words to put down, to nag others, or the words are beautiful? So If you speak an ugly word, it is your own expression, nothing to do with the other person. If you speak a beautiful word, that is your own beauty expressed. So, how the fifth chakra deals with your expression, communication, how you communicate, the art of expression. Speaking scientifically, speaking precisely, speaking straight to the point, not beating around the bush. So these are all the aspects which deals with the fifth chakra. And again, the sixth chakra is the third eye chakra, the Agna chakra, which deals with your own perception of what truth is, your own understanding of what life is. Are you able to see the reality as it is, or you are seeing the things as you want to be? There is a difference. People want to see the things as they want rather than seeing the things as they are. The sixth chakra deals with your reality check. Most of the people, they are in some kind of illusion. They have expectations from others. My husband should be like this. My wife should be like this. My children should be like this. They dream a lot and they want others to get fit into that particular dream rather than accepting the people as they are, rather than seeing the things as they are. So the sixth chakra deals with the illusions of life, your own illusions, which you have created for yourself. Okay. Then the seventh is above the head. The sixth is here. The seventh is above. It is per se, people refer to it as chakra. But the seventh chakra is more of your, what is the state of your consciousness? Sthiti. Chakra simply means turbine, energy turbine. So all the six aspects, you go round and round. You get stuck there. You do the mistake, again you repeat the mistake, you learn, again you do the mistakes, you perfect it, you fine tune it. So these are the six centers. We keep on working. So these six chakras are work in progress. That is the important point you need to understand. It is work in progress. All the six chakras are work in progress until the final lifetime. Until the final lifetime, you will be working on all these chakras. And once all these six chakras are in perfect health, that means you are a perfect being. These chakras are perfect means that means you are a perfected being. You have become a master of life, your own life. Then the Sahasrara opens, the thousand petal lotus. Each petal represents a particular dimension of understanding of life, of yourself. So Sahasrara means thousand petal lotus. This is a Buddhist term where they refer the Sahasrara to the thousand petal lotus. So that means you understand about yourself, you understand about life, you understand about the whole creation, not from one dimension, from thousand dimensions. So once your Sahasrara is totally opened, once the lotus is totally blossomed, that becomes your final lifetime. So then that is called Buddhahood, or Christ consciousness, or Brahmarshi. Our focus primarily is on the six chakras, and the seventh chakra relates to your attachments. While the sixth chakra relates to your illusions, the seventh chakra relates to your attachments. We will go through each and every aspect in detail. And each chakra, when we go through that particular aspect, for example, fear. So the more you understand about in which areas of life, you are having this fear energy. So we identify it. So there is a lot of introspection we'll be doing in this 9 days, where you will be doing your own introspection. Okay, so this is the area I need to work on. So how am I going to work on? Okay, so this is what I need to do. And it is not a one lifetime process, it is lifetimes of process. Well, you might ask, there are so many people on the planet Earth, why only few are interested in enlightenment? Because these few people have come to this particular stage of evolution where they are simultaneously working on all these six chakras. The people who are simultaneously working on all the six chakras are the people who are ready for enlightenment. As the soul takes many lifetimes, from the first lifetime, on an average of 400 to 450 lifetimes, the soul takes to reach to the final lifetime, where that is an enlightened lifetime, Buddhahood. So the first few lifetimes, the soul focuses only on the root chakra, Muladhara chakra. The soul is focused only on the survival. Then after a few lifetimes, the soul focuses on the emotions. Then after a few lifetimes, the soul focuses on survival, emotions, and also the power. So it goes one step ahead after a few lifetimes. There is a misunderstanding. Some people say the lower chakras are not that important. There are 7 chakras. Out of the 7, the heart chakra is the fourth. And the below 3 chakra relates to your physical aspect. Your survival, your emotions, your power relates to your physical survival. And the upper chakras, the throat chakra and the Agna chakra, your Sahasrara, this relates to your spiritual aspects. So 3 lower chakras relates to your physical aspects and 3 higher chakras relates to your spiritual aspect. Your own physical aspect and your own spiritual aspect. Because these chakras, these energy centers are aligned vertically. Some people have the misunderstanding the lower chakras are not important, the higher chakras are more important. It is a wrong understanding. All chakras are equally important. From the root chakra to the Sahasrara, from the first chakra till the 7th, all are equally important. If one is imbalanced, it affects the other. That is another point you have to understand. If one chakra is imbalanced, it naturally affects the other chakras. And you should not see chakras vertically, you should see chakras horizontally. If you see the chakras vertically, then there is a hierarchy there. Then there is a possibility of misunderstanding. But you should see the chakras horizontally. Like in a flute, if you take a flute, there are notes. Like in music, there are notes. Sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. There are 7 notes. A beginner will focus only on first 2 notes. Sa, sa, then sari, sari. Then he goes to sariga, sariga. So he keeps practicing one note after another note. Once he masters the first note, he will focus on the first and the second. Once he masters the first, second, then he will focus on the first, second, third simultaneously. So when he mastered all the 7 notes, then we call him as a music master. Similarly, our chakras, if you see that in horizontally, if you have mastered all the 7 notes simultaneously, horizontally and equally, you have mastered it equally. So you are a great enlightened master. So every chakra is equally important. Once your physicality is taken care, then only you will focus on your spirituality. So baby souls, young souls, these souls don't focus on the spiritual aspect because their focus is on the physicality. After taking many, many, many lifetimes, once they have mastered their survival, once they have mastered their a certain mastery, not full mastery, once they have mastered to a certain level, to the minimum level of their survival, to the minimum level of their emotions, to the minimum level of their power, then they go into the heart center. From there, they start slowly developing towards the spiritual aspect. And once they have come into the spiritual aspect, like it is like this, in the first few lifetimes, you have mastered a certain level on the root chakra. Then you have mastered a certain level. After many lifetimes, you have mastered a certain level on the second chakra. Then after a few lifetimes, you have mastered a certain level on the third, on the fourth. Then few lifetimes. So you have mastered it. The final lifetimes are the lifetimes where you have to master it simultaneously, all equally at a time. Where you need to take care of your physical survival, we need to take care of your emotions, you need to take care of your power aspect, you need to take care of your relationships, you need to take care of your truth, what you have spoken, you need to take care of your reality, you need to do your reality check and come out of the illusions. And you also need to be detached. You need to let go of all the attachments. So that means you are simultaneously working on all the 7 chakras. It takes few lifetimes to fine tune it. And it is in the final lifetimes, once you have mastered it, fine tuned it, then you have become a Buddha, a Christ. So, chakra system is understanding how you cope up with life, how you deal with life, how you see life, how you process your life, how you express your life. I'll give an example of the first chakra, which is the fear, which deals with the fear. Why does fear come? What is the energy of the fear? The energy of the fear relates to, something is going to harm me. Somebody is going to attack me. Something is going to harm me. I'm not feeling safe. I'm not feeling secure. So that is the moment you radiate this fear energy. That your survival is at stake. Something is going to happen to you. When your survival is at stake, then the fear comes. Now, the only way you might ask, how do I deal with the fear? The answer is in the question. You have to deal with the fear. No other way. You have to face your fears. It takes its own time. It depends on your karmic baggage. In your past lives, you have done so much karma, you have given so much fear to so many beings, then you have to face it. You have to settle the accounts. You have to learn certain lessons. So you go through the fear. So every time you go through a fear in this lifetime, the only thing you keep reminding yourself is, yes, I'm going through a certain fear. It is fine. I don't want to run away from the problem, but at the same time, I don't want to overreact. Let me absorb it. Let me absorb it. Let me deal with it. So there is no overreaction. At the same time, there is no escaping. You just deal with it, face it, internalize it, face it, knowing that the only way you can overcome the fear is by dealing with it, by facing it. And the more you face the fears, the more you realize that you have certain strength to face the fears. The more you will realize your own inner strength. Every time you face your fear, you will realize your inner strength. And you will feel proud about it. You will feel proud that I have faced it rather than escaping from it. And the opposite energy of fear is trust. And you have to bring in the energy of the trust. Trust in whom? Trust in life. Trust in life that it is you who have designed this particular situation. You have designed it, you have planned it to learn something. Trust life. From the mental space, it might appear to be a challenging situation. From the mental space, it might appear to be a trauma. From the mental space, from the mind space, it might appear to be an injustice. But from the soul space, it is an opportunity for you. Whenever you go through the fear, pull yourself from the micro view to the macro view. So, this is the formula. At any given point of time, in any challenging situation, always pull yourself from micro view to macro view of life. Micro view of the life is you are entangled in the problem. You see only the problem, nothing else. That is the micro view. Then, if you see only the problem, nothing else, you are stuck in the problem. But when you make your viewpoint higher and higher and higher and take it to the macro level, you start seeing from the soul level. How do you do that? Use your breath. Take a deep breath. Whenever you are going through the problems, use your breath. Take a deep breath. Inhale the deep breath. Have the trust. Whatever happens, happens for good. I trust life. Let me understand, let me see from the soul perspective. So you pull yourself up. So the more you take the support of your breath, and the more you are able to see from the macro view. And for that, you need a lot of trust. If you have good karmas in your account, you will be able to do it easily. So, Dharmo, rakshati, rakshithaha. Raksha means protection. We all seek protection. We need protection. We want to feel protected. Dharmo, rakshati, rakshithaha means dharma. When you protect your dharma, that dharma will protect you in return. In other words, only your dharma will protect you. So, what is dharma? Dharma means duty, your soul duty. Am I doing my duty correctly? Then my dharma will protect me. So, then you have trust in life. You have faith in life because you are fulfilling your duty. Now, when it comes to dharma, when it comes to duty, swadharma comes first, which means duty towards yourself. When you When you get up every day in the morning and when you are regularly meditating, you are in Swadharma. When you eat right food, you are in Swadharma. When you take care of your body, you are in Swadharma. When you eat wrong food, the food of suffering, the food of pain, the food of blood, you are in Adharma. But when you're eating the right food, food of love, plant based food, then you're eating the right food. You're doing the right things. When you do the right things will happen to you. That is the point to remember. You do the right things for yourself. That is your dharma. You are doing your dharma. When you are living your dharma, that dharma will protect you. So the more and more you are in the path of dharma, the more and more you have trust in life. The more and more you feel safe, you feel protected in every situation of life. That empowers you. That empowers you to go forward. That empowers you to live life to the fullest. So this is the only way you come out of the fears. How do you deal with the fears? Point number one, from micro view, pull yourself to macro view. Point number two, don't react, don't overdo, don't escape. Absorb the situation, internalize and deal with it, face it. This is very important. Your fears make you run, but that is the moment you have to stand, absorb, internalize, feel that all is well. And the only way is I have to face it. And yes, I trust life. I'm willing to learn the lessons. Whatever it is, I'm willing to learn the lessons. I'm willing to surrender to the divine. And I know I'm not alone. That is how you bring the trust. Knowing that you are not alone. They are your astral masters. They are your spirit guides. There is this divine intelligence. There is this divine light which is always there with you. Trusting in life and trusting in the divine. This is how you face it. So, this is a very primary aspect, the root chakra, which deals with your survival. The fear energy is the energy which disturbs. When I say the fear energy is, it becomes an unconscious pattern. See, every chakra has a particular demon energy. We call it in English, some books they refer to it as demon energy. So, demon energy simply means that energy which has become habituated, that energy which has become habituated to you. Unconsciously, you go through certain patterns, certain habits are repeating without your own knowledge. So that is energy which blocks the health of the chakra. For example, for the root chakra, the demon energy is the fear. For the second chakra, the demon energy is the guilt. For the third chakra, the demon energy is the shame energy. So every chakra has a particular demon energy. So that energy is like a habit. It's your own habit, which is the obstacle towards a healthy energy system. So we will deal with this one by one, stage by stage, we will deal with this. See, truth is very simple, but it is how you internalize it, how you absorb it, and how you are able to apply it in the right time, in the right moment. It is the application which matters. Theoretically, you might know many things, but in the right time, you need to remember. In the right time, you need to implement. You need to implement your own learning. So, meditation becomes a very, very essential tool if you want to deal with your fears, emotions, shame, power, ego, illusions, everything, whatever you want to deal. You want to be a better version of yourself. If you want to be a better version of yourself, then meditation becomes a very, very essential tool. See, meditation gives you two things. This is a very, very fundamental point you need to understand. Meditation gives you two things. Number one, it gives you energy, cosmic energy. Number two, it increases your awareness. Your awareness keeps expanding. It increases your awareness. So, the more you do meditation, the more your awareness increases. With more awareness, the more you will be able to identify your own patterns. The more you will be able to identify your own areas where you are stuck, where you need to learn certain things, in which area you need to progress. So, it is your own awareness which will help you. If somebody points a finger at you saying, oh, you need to work on this area, then your ego hurts. You are not willing to learn. Then you will defend, you will fight, and you will argue. You will try to prove to the other person, no, I'm perfect, I'm fine. But if you have identified your own issue, then you become sincere to work on it. So, identification is the key. It is easy to see others' defects. It's easy, you can see others' defects. But to see your own defect, you need a lot of awareness. Your own shortcomings. If you want to figure out your own shortcomings or your own faults or your own areas to work on, you need a lot of awareness. That's why Jesus Christ said, judge ye not. He said, don't judge anybody, focus on yourself. When you're trying to judge another person, your entire energy and attention is on the other person. Then where is the possibility of self reflection? Where is the possibility of seeing your own faults? It will be very, very interesting. This chakra science will be very interesting. We will be able to see ourselves not from a 3D view, but from a 7D view. These seven chakras, the more you understand the seven chakras, you will be able to see yourself in seven dimensions from seven different perspectives. And it will be very interesting. A lot of self reflection happens. You need to be in the right space. You need to be in the right space. You need to be in the right attitude. So again, don't be hard on yourself. While you're going through this 9 days, don't be hard on yourself. You tell yourself that it is work in progress. It's always a work in progress. And write it in bold letters. Destination is not important. It is the journey which is important. Everybody is going to get enlightened. Every human who is born on the planet Earth is going to get enlightened sooner or later. If not this lifetime, next lifetime. If not next lifetime, after 100 lifetimes. Doesn't matter. He is going to get enlightened. But it is the journey which is important. how you have impacted yourself, how you have impacted others in this journey, how you helped yourself, how you helped others in this journey, what beautiful aspects you discovered about yourself, what beauty you saw in others, how appreciative you are of the beauty around you, how happily you lived your life. That matters. When you go to the higher worlds, when you vacate the body and go to the higher worlds, the first question they will ask your friends, your soul friends in the other dimension, in the higher worlds, the first question they will ask is, did you enjoy the journey? So, spirituality is all about happiness science, enjoyment science, Ananda, Brahmananda, happiness. How happy we are in our lives. So, this chakra science is to empower ourselves to live a happy life. Every time you learn a lesson, a soul lesson, every time you catch hold of yourself, you identify certain things and improvise upon it. And every time you become a better person, your soul is rejoicing, happy. Every time you go through a particular challenge and you come out of the challenge, by facing the challenge, you come out of the challenge victoriously. The soul is rejoicing, mission accomplished. Don't worry about the result. The result can go this way or that way. That doesn't matter. But you didn't escape the problem. You are not an escapist. You dealt with it in the right way. That matters. Every human has a challenge, but how you deal with the challenge, that matters. You can deal with the challenge with complaints, with regret, or you can deal with the challenge having trust in life, having faith in the divine. When you have trust in life, when you have faith in the divine, when you have the faith, either you can call it as a divine or you can call it as your own dharma. Buddha never used the word God, but he used the word dharma. He replaced the word God with dharma. Religious people, they say God protects you. Spiritual people say your own dharma protects you. Intelligent people say God helps the people who help themselves. When you're ready to help yourself, then you are not alone. God helps the people who help themselves. Whether you call it as God or the creation or all that is or existence or dharma, it's all one and the same meaning. The first three aspects, the fear, the first chakra deals with the fear. The first chakra deals with the survival, but the energy which interferes in the proper functioning of that energy center is the fear energy. The second chakra, it deals with your emotions, and guilt is an energy which is a demon energy, it's a negative energy which obstructs the healthy functioning of the second chakra. And then the shame energy is the third energy. These three are very, very important before you can go deeply into our when you know how to deal with these three energies, then you are ready to go to the next level, which is your spiritual center, your heart center. You can understand, you can see that the chakra system, we understanding this chakra system is basically for our self healing and self transformation. And here we will have an introduction to the chakra systems. We'll understand about the chakra demons and in what way we can help ourselves to heal and to be a better version. And how do we integrate the learnings and let our life transform into better. So the 7 major chakras and its locations along the spine. Starting from the root chakra, Muladhara, sacral chakra is Swadhisthana, solar plexus is Manipuraka, Anahata is the heart chakra, Vishuddha is the throat chakra, Agna is the third eye, and Sahasrara is the crown chakra. So what are chakras fundamentally? They are energy organizing centers. As you can see, there is an energy which is going up, and there is an energy which is coming down, and then there is an energy which is coming towards it, and there is an energy which is going away from it. So the chakras are organizing centers of energy. What does an organizer do? An organizer communicates, collects registrations, collects payments, and makes sure the things are moving forward. He collaborates with many departments. So he makes sure there is a smooth workflow, and then he takes care of the registrations, and then he responds to the participants. So an organizer does all the energy incoming, outgoing, and also internally within the organization, up, moving, down, and up energy movements. Like the organizer will be coordinating with the speakers, the main speakers, and also the organizer will be coordinating with the ground staff. An organizer is the one where he deals with multiple channels of communication. Similarly, chakra system are organizing centers of energy. The energy which is coming down from the Sahasrara to the base, to the Muladhara, is the energy of manifestation. And the energy which is raising up from Muladhara to the Sahasrara is the energy of liberation. You have the energy of manifestation, and then you have the energy of liberation. And how we perceive with the outside world, how you receive, how you get influenced by the outer surroundings is the energy which is coming towards you. And how you respond to any kind of situation is the energy you are transmitting. So the current of manifestation and the current of liberation, current of reception, and the current of expression. So the 4 energies. And here the most important point to understand is in chakra system, every chakra is connected to every other chakra. It is the lower chakras are connected to the higher chakras. I mean, when we say the lower chakras, the higher chakras, we use the word lower and higher because it is vertically aligned along the spine. So for our just theoretical understanding, we are using the term lower and higher. But every chakra is equally important. So all chakras are connected with each other. If one chakra is imbalanced, it affects the other chakra. That is a simple fundamental point to remember. You cannot have a situation where one chakra is perfect and the other chakras are imbalanced. Now, some people have this misunderstanding. Okay, my Muladhara chakra is perfect, but I have to work on my Swadhisthana. Or some people say, oh, okay, my Manipuraka chakra is perfect. I need to work on Swadhisthana and Muladhara. This is a wrong understanding because there is no such thing like the chakra is perfect. You can say the energies are in balance. There are certain chakras where the energies are a little more balanced than the other chakras, but it's always a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. Only in the final lifetime, when you are perfected in every aspect of life, when you have mastered the life, That's when you can say that all the chakras are in perfect alignment, or we can say that all the energy centers are, you know, there is no blockage in the energy center. So until you reach the final lifetime, there is always a work in progress. Sometimes people get confused that, okay, so for example, Moladhara is all about, your body, your survival. Sometimes we wonder why a person who has reached a certain level where he's speaking about spiritual science, he's teaching meditation, he speaks great things, his Vishuddhi is very clear, he has a great third eye, but still he's stuck in the survival issues because it's a work in progress. It's always a work in progress. And your lower chakras need to be in balance in order to access the heart chakra. So that means when I say your lower chakras need to be in balance, that simply means you should be you are not stuck in that survival. See, you might have survival issues, you might have fear. Everybody has fear. Everybody has survival instincts. There's absolutely no wrong in that. There's no problem in that. But if you are stuck in that survival issues, you are not able to move forward in your life. You are stuck in your emotions. You are stuck in your fear. You are stuck in your survival. You are stuck in your power. Then it becomes difficult to reach your heart space. Okay. Having fear is no problem. You are emotionally sensitive, that is no problem. But you're not stuck there. If you are stuck, that means you cannot go higher. So, how do we understand our chakras? We understand the chakras based on our pattern analysis. You underline the word pattern. Pattern means that which repeats itself. That which repeats itself is a pattern. When a certain incident is happening again and again, that is a pattern. When you have a certain habit, unconsciously you are doing the same thing, that is a pattern. Okay. So in the pattern analysis, again, we see our body, we see our behavior, and we see our environment. We do the pattern analysis from the body level, from the behavioral level, and from our environment. When it comes to the body shape, and the illness we manifest again and again, what is the pattern? That there is a certain illness which keeps repeating again and again. So, based on certain patterns, we'll come to know, okay, this is the area I need to work on. And also, body shape. We all have different body shapes. It is okay to have any kind of body shape. But are you healthy in your body? That matters. And then behavioral patterns. What kind of thoughts and feelings you are having again and again repeated? And what are your coping strategies? How do you cope when there is a challenge, when there is an emergency moment, or when there is a difficult situation? How do you cope? Do you run away? Do you face it? Or you're too much fighting in that situation? So, what is your coping strategy? How do you cope? That pattern also says many things about us. And our environment. Our environment includes our family, the situations, the financial situations, the kind of house we live in, and our work, the kind of colleagues we have around. Basically, all around us. What is the pattern all around us? What kind of people you attract in your life? So, with that also, we can understand. And what blocks a chakra? Negative life experiences. See, for the energy to just imagine, a traffic jam. In the traffic, there are a lot of cars. There are a lot of cars, and every car wants to move forward. And there is an intersection, and every car wants to move forward, so there becomes a traffic jam. Too many cars, traffic jam. So the excessive energy in the chakra means like you are putting too much emphasis on that one particular situation instead of moving on. So that means you are stuck there. There is an imbalance, there is an energy imbalance. The energy becomes excessive. And you are avoiding the situation, then the energy becomes deficient. Excessive energy is also a problem. Deficient energy is also a problem. We need to have the balanced energy. When you have a balanced energy, then the energy is in a smooth flow, vertically and horizontally. So, negative life experiences is the one which disturbs the balance of the energy system in the chakras. So, our social programming, our cultural conditioning, childhood traumas, oppressive environments, emotional wounds. As a child, you were not given sufficient attention, physical injuries. All these life experiences, they add on to this distortion within our energy system. So, how do you cope basically? Our coping strategy for a healthy person, he has a healthy coping strategy. For a person who is not healthy in terms of energy, then either he fights or he runs away. So, when you put in too much excessive energy, increased attention, you are in the fight mode, then the chakra becomes very dense there and stagnant. That means the energy is very dense and stagnant there. It's not in a free flow. The more you focus unnecessarily, the more it becomes stressful. Okay. So the healthy coping strategy would be you do your best and leave the rest. You do the best and leave the rest. That is a healthy coping strategy. But you don't want to leave. You keep on going on and on. You are not in the mode of surrender to the divine. You just want to take things in your control with your limited perspective of life. Then the energy is dense there. You are not allowing the higher light, you are not allowing the higher energies to come through you. And this is escapism. Deficient means escapism. You tend to avoid the problems. You want to escape and run away. You want to give up life. You lost hope on life and you want to give up. You want to run away. So there, that is a deficient energy. And you have to understand that if you run away from the problem, you're actually adding more to the problem. Running away simply means any problem in your life, any challenge in your life, if you are running away, that simply means you are postponing the problem and you are making the problem worse. A stitch in time saves nine. You address the issue in the right time, you will be able to solve it easily. But if you postpone it, then the problem amplifies, the problem increases. A stitch in time saves nine. That means if your cloth is torn, immediately you address it and you stitch it. Maybe with one stitch, you can fix it. But if you leave it, you keep on wearing the same clothes, then you need 10 stitches at a later stage. And sometimes the energy in the chakra can be excessive, deficient, or both excessive and deficient at the same time. You might ask, how is it possible? Just imagine like a pendulum. You take the pendulum, you move the pendulum to the extreme right and leave the pendulum. Then by default, it goes to the extreme left. Anything you do in extremes, it will go into the other extreme. So before the healthy balance can happen, you might swing in either both the ways. Sometimes you are excessive, sometimes you are deficient, sometimes you are in the fighting mode, sometimes you are in the flight mode. You shuffle between these two modes for a certain period of time. And then with more and more awareness, you will balance your energies. The chakra demon is your own energy, which is like a habit, your own habituated energy. Unconsciously, you are habituated to certain qualities, to certain aspects that interface in the health of each chakra. So from tomorrow onwards, each day we will go through one aspect in detail with a lot of examples. Total 9 days, today is the introduction. The next 7 days, each day we will deal with one chakra. And the last day, we'll have the integration. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste to all. Thank you.